Hi everyone, so today I have a Bath & Body Works candle haul to show you. So if you didn't see my previous video, let me just tell you what I got because I ended up returning everything. Why? Because there was a better sale and I'm all about saving money and there's no shame in my game. So I had hauled a total of 6 candles. 3 of them were the root beer float candles. 3 of them were the pink gumball candles. So I ended up getting because I used a bunch of discounted gift cards and I got it all back in a merchant card. And they were like, "Are you sure it's okay?" Because it was like a lot of money. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll be back like soon." And I guess I was. So anyways, that is the big bag. So let me show you what I got there first. I ended up purchasing 6 candles. I like swapped out some candles. So let me show you this bag. So I believe that I got the limited edition candles when they were like $14.95, something like that. But all I know is that when I got these candles, they were a buy one, get one, and then somehow the online coupon codes popped up. So I had to do either ship to my house or pick up in store. So I did pick up in store. And the one candle I was super intrigued by was the almond croissant. So I ended up getting 2. So here is the first one, super cool. As far as I know, my stores aren't going to get any more shipment. So once they sell out, and they're not going to replenish. So I was really back and forth about purchasing this, knowing that people have said that it's really close to pistachio and toasted vanilla. But to me, I think I like pistachio and toasted vanilla a little bit more. Scent notes say toasted almonds, vanilla glaze, flaky croissant. Retail price $26.95. Yeah, I think I don't really like almond as a scent. I don't really pick up a lot of that like flaky croissant. I mainly just get like this almond, slightly nutty type of note. Not a lot of the vanilla. It just reminds me a lot of like almond milk. And I think if I were to ever not purchase something with like regular dairy milk, I would opt for oat milk or soy milk. I would never pick almond milk because it's a little thin. But I'm going too much into it. So yeah, I really wanted to secure this before it had sold out. And then here is the second one. I don't know if my sister is going to get one of the almond croissants. I know that she signed herself up for a root beer float. But then again, I asked her and I think she's still set on just the one root beer float. So both of these are going to be for me. I have a receipt in here. I don't know if these are like old or something. So when I got a total of the 6 candles before, I had paid $89.14 and I basically got all that back. $75 was in a merchant credit and then, or a gift card, and then the rest was back to my card. So that is the first bag of items. And then the second bag is just the limited edition ones. So a lot of people say that pink gumball is highly unscented. So I'm like, okay, let me not get 3. Let me just get 2 of each. So I got 1 pink gumball. I won't read the scent notes just because I did that in the previous video. I got a root beer float. One of them is going to be for my sister. And then I got 1 root beer float for myself. And then another pink gumball for me. I would have purchased 3 root beer floats and 1 pink gumball, but at the time, I believe that the store limited you to only 2 of the limited edition candles just to, I guess, kind of make it so that you weren't able to buy multiples of it since it was a limited edition release. Okay, this was a separate deal and a separate transaction, but I had to go to Bath & Body Works to pick up a buy online, pick up in store order. I want to say this was a time where candles were $14.95 and there was an additional 20% off coupon. So of course, I wanted to get the really expensive candle. Here is the new sweet carrot cake with a really pretty lid. I don't know if I'm going to burn one right away or if I'm going to give one to my friend because she has a birthday in March. But yeah, this is really pretty. I just don't get why this is like a navy green, navy blue type of a color. It doesn't seem super Easter to me, but I like the whole kind of storybook type of a whatever cutout this is. It reminds me a lot of the Midnight Spell that came out during Halloween. But yeah, sweet carrot cake. Scent notes are sweet cream cheese frosting, fluffy carrot cake, cinnamon spice, with the outrageous price of $32.95. And I like that now the lids don't just fly off. I feel like that was another not so great thing about it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. I didn't have the best experience when I first burned sweet carrot cake. I don't think that I left it burning for too long. I think it was just that it had dudded out, and I think it got a little bit like gross smelling towards the end. So let me show you that one. Yeah, but this one just smells really like, actually, it smells a little lighter than the other one that I'm going to show you, but that is life. I feel like this one's a little bit more of that cream cheese cake type of a note. So here's the one that didn't perform the best for me. This was back in, I think, 2020. So if you can see, there's an old candle price of $24.50. The scent notes are sweet cream cheese frosting, fluffy carrot cake, cinnamon. And this one is from 2020. And then here is how it looks like. Yeah, I feel like the 2020 version has a lot more of a spice note. And I think that the sweet carrot cake of this year has a lot more of that like cake note, less cinnamon or less of the spices. So because of my poor burn experience with the 2021, I haven't purchased the sweet carrot cake. Well, I didn't purchase it 2021, 2022. So now I repurchased it because there was a good sale. Yeah, I feel like I like how the 2023 version smells more, because the 2020 version, I feel like it has more emphasis on that spice note. I think it's cinnamon, because I'm a little bit like iffy with that note. I feel like this one smells more like the sweet cream cheese frosting, and if it has more of that cake note, it's not necessarily a spiced cake. Yeah, so I got one of those. I don't know if I'm going to gift one to my friend or if I'm going to burn one and the other one will be a backup. But here is the second one. And then I saw a video where Eric from Eric and Company 2 hauled the candles, and he said that these easily get scuffed up just because of the white ceramic lid. So I'm like, ooh, is mine scuffed up? Mine looks pretty good. So I think it'd be good to keep these if you keep them on your candle shelves, for it to be the one at the top. So today, Thursday, February 22nd, was the first day that Bath and Body Works dropped a coupon onto people's apps, which seems really generous. So I wonder how their markets are doing, or like their profit turnover. I don't know. It just seems like a company that gives you a bunch of sales is struggling. So I'm like, ooh, what's wrong with the inventory? Is it really light, or are you getting a lot of returns, financial troubles, or what? But that's besides the point. Also, candles are $13.95 every candle, no matter what crazy lid is on there. So if you buy 3 candles, you can use the 10 off of 30, because long story short, each candle comes out to $10.61 or $10.62. So I had 2 Fetch Reward gift cards on my app. I used both of them, and I think I ended up paying like $15 out of pocket. So there's my receipt. Oh, I also had some rewards expiring. So the first one is this strawberry melon candle. It was retail $16.95, so it was right there for my free rewards. Fragrance notes are fresh strawberries, crisp honeydew, and sweet red apple. So I was really surprised that I picked this out, because I had seen that someone had described this as super candy-like, and I'm just like, oh, candy-like, but it's melon. I feel like melon can go a little bit wrong, at least for me. Yeah, so immediately when I open this, it makes me think almost like of a candied strawberry type of a scent. But yeah, it's still juicy at the same time and watery and just dripping with syrup, and ants are coming over because it's that sweet. Yeah, I really like it. It smells decently strong, so I'm excited for that. And then here is the bottom, just the $16.95. Now, oh, it says 2024. I feel so old. I remember back when they had like a 9 or a 0. Okay, so I got that for free. The other candle, I wasn't too sure about it, but can you tell just by the color? Yes, I got Sweetheart Cherry. So my store doesn't show these available for buy online, pick up in store, but my store did have maybe like 4. So I'm like, oh, I already redeemed one with my rewards. Let me go ahead and get another one if I feel inclined to burn it. And then the other one could be either for my collection, or I could warm the other one. So this one, I think the fragrance notes are listed at the bottom, but it's also $16.95. Fragrance notes are wild cherry, crushed pistachio with vanilla. So this one, I think I like it a lot more than the body care. Yeah, I just pick up a lot more on that like pistachio note that I wasn't really getting in the body spray. Well, I did get a pistachio note in the body spray, but just like at the dry down. And then the cherry note disappeared. So this one I know has both of them combined, and I know that they're not going anywhere. The cherry note isn't going to evaporate after like 2 minutes. Finally, I had 3 candles, and initially my game plan was to not pick up the other Focus order, and I was going to do a price adjustment, but the customer service, I tried to do it through support and they just said, no, you have to return everything and then purchase it. But the whole reason why I wanted to, because I'm like, oh, I used a 20% off for my 2 sweet carrot cake candles. So realistically, I've only would have saved like $2, and I'm just like, oh, just pick it up anyways, whatever. A little iffy, but 3 candles. I had a game plan to, I'm like, oh, let me just get sweet carrot cake because it retails $32.95. But then when I smelled it in person, I'm like, I don't really like cinnamon that much. This candle is like, it has a cute lid, but that's all that's really there. It reminded me very similar to like Mary Cookie, where I felt like a lot of people liked it. So I'm like, let me buy it. And then I just didn't really enjoy burning it. So I decided to pick up different candles. The first one kind of threw me for a loop. So we have a cherry blossom pound cake. So typically I don't really like cherry blossom or Japanese cherry blossom type of scents, but I really loved how this was very similar to obviously pink petal tea cake in the sense that it combines a floral with a bakery note. It just really intrigued me and I think kept my interest. I would have gone with daffodil daydream, but that just was super light and I didn't want to take the risk of like buying a candle that I can like not smell after like a burn or 2. Retail price is $24.95. Fragrance notes are cherry blossom, whipped pound cake, vanilla frosting. So it's really nice. I wouldn't say that I get a lot of that pound cake note. I think I get more of a frosting. To me, this smells a lot like cherry blossoms that are like super nice pink. And then you mix a bunch of frosting in there, but it's not super synthetic at all. It's nothing at all, at least to me, to Japanese cherry blossom. Actually, maybe so if you mix like bakery vanilla lotion with Japanese cherry blossom, the mist, but then you reduce the perfumey notes in there. Yeah, I really like that. I think my mom won't mind me burning that one. And then I got 2 more. Okay, so this one really was like spur of the minute decision because I had just reviewed the Homeworks vanilla bean ice cream candle, and that one it just sucked all around. I couldn't smell it really. It was really, really light. So I had compared it in that video to vanilla bean, which I do have. I only have one somehow from 2020, and I'm just like, oh darn, I smelled it. I really liked it. And then when I was like perusing around the store, I seen this white packaging, and I'm just like, oh, that looks a lot like vanilla bean. I get closer to it, and what do you know? They have vanilla bean. Fragrance notes are Madagascar vanilla, homemade marshmallow, nutmeg, and this still smells delicious. Yeah, it still smells delicious. Like I was saying, this one has more of the marshmallow note and I think the nutmeg note as well. It's not super spicy though, so I'm glad it doesn't have any cinnamon or anything. And then here is the bottom. This one retails for $26.95. Highly recommend this one. I haven't burned it though, so I'm like, I hope it's not light, but I think it's not going to be as low as like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Oh, and then the last one. What do you know? I got another root beer float. My store only had one. I think I posted it in my community tab, and they had a bunch of the pink gumball, but I think everyone was reading the reviews and that's why they left it there. So yeah, this one, I think now I am, since I have backups, I feel like more inclined to burn just because I know that I don't need to, I guess, hold on to it. And then if I burn it, it won't be there anymore. Now, since I have a backup, I'm good. The reason why I felt less inclined is because with the return and everything, I only got 2. So I'm like, okay, one's going to go to my sister because she told me, and then I'm going to stay with one. So I'm like, okay, that one's for my collection. But now that I have this one, I'm like, cool, I can keep one and burn one. So this will probably be my burn or my keep. So root beer float. Fragrance notes are scoop of vanilla bean ice cream, root beer, caramel drizzle. And then this one's $26.95. The only issue with this one is that, again, the ice cream note is very minuscule. You know that it says a scoop of vanilla. I guess this must be like a like a teaspoon scoop because I hardly get any of that. You get a lot of that bubbly root beer scent. It's very strong, super pungent. It's got a little bit of that like medicinal aspect that I get from root beer. That's why I don't really like it, but I love a strong candle. I'm a little bit worried to burn it because some people say that they didn't really get a lot of scent. Some people did, some people don't. So I'm like, cool, let me try it for myself. All right, so here are all the candles that I purchased recently at Bath and Body Works. We'll actually just remove this very old sweet carrot cake and remove one of the 3-wick candles because that's an old vanilla bean candle that I wanted to compare. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy. I am going to try to not purchase from Bath and Body Works anytime soon unless there's a limited edition candle drop. Once again, I had a few of them that I smelled. Like, for example, I had my sister smell my Sweet Sisters. She liked it, but she didn't love it. So if that candle still sticks around for, let's say, Candle Day, another great candle drop, or if I have a 25% off coupon, I'll then take the plunge and purchase it. But otherwise, nothing else is super intriguing to me. Actually, Tropidelics, I smelled it, and I am glad to say that I hardly got any coconut in there. I actually couldn't really detect coconut, and it was decently strong. The only thing is that I feel like the body care is a lot stronger than the candle, and I don't know if I would want a tropical candle burning when it's like still winter time. At least here in California, it's a little bit chilly. All right, so that is it for my Bath and Body Works haul. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you had a great day. Okay, bye.